Good morning, GraceHill. On Sunday, as you know, it was Mother's Day, and Tessa preached from using various verses and various sections of motherhood. However, it made me come back and look at the verses again that she preached on, and one of them was Isaiah 58 verse 11, which says, according to the New International Version, it states, "The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail." Essentially, that verse promises continuous guidance, provision, and strength for those who faithfully follow God's ways, emphasizing a life of abundance and renewal like a flourishing garden or a never-failing spring. It also describes unlimited spiritual resources. You will be like a well-watered garden and a spring of water whose waters do not fail. There's rejuvenation there. And it further declares that God will strengthen your bones. And verse 8, just prior to that, proclaims that your healing shall spring forth speedily. Isaiah 58:11 emphasizes that when God guides, he also provides. Specifically, the verse promises that the Lord will guide you always, satisfy your needs even in challenging circumstances, and strengthen your frame. The verse further compares the outcome to a well-watered garden and a spring that never fails. In essence, the verse assures that if you follow God's leading, you will not only be directed, but you'll also have your needs met and be strengthened in the process. And one of the other verses that caught my attention was the James 4 verse 3, and specifically not related to parenthood, not related to our tongues that talk too much, but the NIV specifically says, or take ships as an example. Although they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are steered by a very small rudder wherever the pilot wants to go. It was those specific words that caught my eye. That, it talks about Isaiah 58:11 for those people going through hard times, and there's a lot of us at the moment really, really battling with certain issues, and our faith wavers. But it's a determination on our behalf where we want to go. So I've always said, I will die believing that God heals. I will never give up trusting and hoping in a God who delivers and who promises and never lets us down. So I've tied those verses together, Isaiah 58:11 and James 4 verse 3. James 3, verse 4. And I'm pondering on those verses specifically, using them in our own personal circumstances that we're facing at the moment. I pray that you'd spend time thinking on those two, and that you'll be encouraged and trust in the God who's faithful.